What's up, fellow gamers? And today we have the Diablo II Resurrected Infernal Edition. So let's talk about the introduction. I first experienced the greatness of Diablo II in 2005 when a schoolmate introduced it for me. We played it together for a few years, maybe with hundreds of different characters, which neither ever made it past normal Act 1. Thinking back, I'm surprised how long we could spend running around dark woods just having fun without ever progressing much. It was first like 2009 when I got my PC copy that I picked up and decided to learn how to play it for real. Fast forward 16 plus years and a multiple that level 90 plus hardcore characters later, and I first now feel like I got a good grasp on how it feels the game plays. Diablo 2 is one of the most super rare games that truly stood the test of the time and that can be just imitated. There are only a few games like this, the biggest probably being World of Warcraft. Why it's so good? One of the big things making Diablo 2 survive for this long, in my opinion, is all the different items variations and the crazy min-maxing involved with them. Whether it's being of one of the random insane rolls you can get on exceptional and rare items or a perfect rolls on uniques or randoms, and if the item should or shouldn't be ethereal. It creates a near endless ways to make it unique and insane characters, and where even if you go for one of the most standard classic builds like e.g. a Hammeredin, Smither, Frozen Orpsolk, Javazon, Boazon, Trapsin, or even Mosaic, or whatever build you go for, even though the setups are all kind of similar. Your build will typically always have its own uniqueness, and with the rolls on your own gear and the typical choices with rings, amulets, boots, and gloves, often leaving more space for you to be the creative and choose what other pieces you like the best, all depending on your playstyle and of course, and if it's softcore or hardcore. Hardcore. Mentioning hardcore, this is a game mode offered in many games and not something really unique to Diablo, but I think that with the difficulty of Diablo 2 and the thousands of different combinations in the gear of the game offer, hardcore does have a whole different feel to play the softcore, more so than in the other games. When I switched to the HC, I was very afraid of losing my characters, like most people, but that fear totally left me after my first loss of the semi-expensive level 91 first sock. It just made me more hooked on HC. The second time around, I decided to experiment with the build differences between SC and the HC and slowly realized that I prioritize a lot differently now. I guess I'm just trying to say that I'm really recommend hardcore mode for Diablo 2 as I think it fits in this game so well and you really get to know the game better. I'm getting sidetracked a bit here. The story. There's no spoilers. Besides the game is offering you a lot of choice and creativity gameplay wise, the story and game design is also phenomenal. I really think like a grim dark story, something that unfortunately ended up with the Diablo 2 and never seemed to properly return, at least not in the same way. Following in the steps of the Mirage and the Dark Wanderer through the different acts while being told the story through the Maria's own narration in the cutscenes serve as a really good way to learn about this universe and the horrors within it. I remember being actually excited for the cutscene whenever I finish an act. Music. A game like this, of course, also has a phenomenal soundtracks. I mean, people who never played this game knows what the Tristan theme sounds like, but there were equally good tracks throughout the entire game. My favorites being the Act 1 camp track and maybe the Loot Goblin one, but they are all fucking good. Mercenaries. Another aspect of the game I really like and wanted to quickly mention is the use of the mercenaries. This is one of the things I found myself missing a lot when I'm playing through the Diablo 4. That you can hire and gear up on your own mercenary who also have their own level and abilities adds yet another way for you to max out of your clearing speed potential. So, is this remaster better than the original? To me, it's nothing but a huge upgrade. This remaster took the late 90s graphics and made them modern, while it's still sticking to the original game with a very unique grim and dark feel. The fact that they pulled on it well still surprised me now whenever I launch the game, and it's restored some of my faith in the Blizzard. But besides it just living up to the original visually, it also just plays well and with all the QL improvements the remaster has. I personally think it plays better than the original, but it might be hard to convince die-hard fans of the original that this remaster is an upgrade. I don't know. This master still gets updated though. The devs are still introducing the new rune worlds, and this is the best remaster of any classic games that I have ever seen and played. No doubt about it, and I'm glad this game is finally on Steam. Time to level up another character.